5 best ways to make money with OpenClaw in 2026. There's a tool that hit 150,000 GitHub starts faster than almost any open source project in recent history, and most people still haven't heard of it. It's called OpenClaw. It's a free open source AI agent platform, and in months since it broke into mainstream awareness, a growing number of people have quietly built real income streams around it. Not theoretical income, not potential earnings. Disclaimers. Real businesses generating real monthly revenue from a few $100s in a month for someone just getting started to well over $4,000 a month. Now, the reason most people haven't tapped into this gem yet is the same reason most platform opportunities get missed early. There is a gap between what the tool can do and what the average person knows what to do with it. OpenClaw is quite powerful, but it has a learning curve. Most business users are not going to know how to set it up, connect it to their existing tools, or even figure out which use case generates income. So before we get into the income stream, a quick explanation of what OpenClaw actually is. Now, OpenClaw is a free open source AI agent platform, meaning it's software that runs AI agents capable of completing tasks autonomously. Think of it less like a chatbot you have conversations with and more like an AI employee that you can assign work to. The most accurate way to think about OpenClaw is as an AI employee. It multiplies the output of work you already know how to sell. It does not create income on its own. OpenClaw is going to run 24/7, deploying in a single click, and does not require coding. The last point is quite important. You don't need a technical background to use it. What you need is an understanding. Now, OpenClaw's ecosystem generates revenue through API, costs, skill sales, hostings, and services, and the tools layer is wide open for indie hackers. The 5 income streams I'm going to cover is going to sit across different parts of that ecosystem. So method 1, first and foremost, freelance automation, which is the highest demand for OpenClaw. Now, small businesses have repetitive tasks they cannot justify hiring for, and they will pay for a setup that runs without them. The model here is straightforward. You identify businesses with repetitive, time consuming workflows, data entry, email filtering, report gen, social media scheduling, and CRM updates. So set up an OpenClaw agent to handle those tasks automatically and charge the business for the setup and ongoing management. Workflow automation for small businesses is also good because setting up OpenClaw to handle CRM data entry, email filtering, a report gen, or even recurring admin tasks can work incredibly. Now, the reason this model works is the value gap. A small business owner spending in 10 hours a week on admin tasks would pay meaningful money to get those hours back, but they can't justify hiring a part-time employee in working along with it. Some business owners just want the agent, but not the learning curve. Offering to install, configure, and train the team on using OpenClaw can command a one-off setup fee of $250 to $600 per client. So to get started with this model, you need 2 things. First of all, enough familiarity with OpenClaw to set up and configure agents for common business workflows, which takes a few weeks of hand-on practice. Secondly, a way to find clients on Upwork, LinkedIn, local business networking, and a whole lot more. Specializing everything in one industry, real estate, e-commerce, professional services, accelerates the client acquisition because your case studies and your pitch becomes more targeted. Now, moving on, we have ClawHub. Now, ClawHub is OpenClaw's skill marketplace, which is the second method. Now, you can sell skills on ClawHub. The fastest path to revenue is selling premium skills on ClawHub, with top sellers earning around $1,000 or more per month from a single well-built vertical skill. Now, the key insight that you can see over here is that money is in the marketplace. Most ClawHub skills are free and generic, and the money is in niche with high-value workflows, and the best-selling skills in 2026 are vertical automations, Shopify inventory, and even order management, real estate listing generations, and even podcast productions. The income potential actually scales with the number and quality of skills you build. So with this model, you need to require a technical comfort with building OpenClaw skills, which is more involved than anything else. And as you can see on their very own site on the ecosystem, you're going to see tons and tons of different skills that people have built. Like this person, they made a AOPX, which headless CLI client for stateful agent client protocols. Then you can come up here. You have a claw sweeper, which triages issues, then different protocols that you can create. Now, the third method is OpenClaw setup and consulting services. OpenClaw, as I told you, is free and open source. Anyone can download it at no cost, but most people have absolutely no idea how to set it up and run it. That knowledge gap, the space between what OpenClaw can do and what average business owners know how to do with it, is where businesses are being built and profited from. Now, setup and consulting is the most accessible income stream on this list because it doesn't require you to build anything from scratch. It requires you to know the platform well enough to help others get started on it. So working on with it, custom configuration, setting up workflows, use commands, training sessions, all of these are very useful. One founder actually hit $3,600 in revenue in month with one OpenClaw setup service. That's not typical for someone just starting out, but it illustrates how quickly this model can generate real income. Now, marketing this on Upwork, Fiverr, or LinkedIn are all viable channels. The most effective approach is to pick one industry, say real estate, agents, or even e-commerce store owners, and build your pitch specifically around the automation problem. Now, the path to getting started is to spend 2 to 4 weeks genuinely learning the platform, setting up yourself, connecting it to common tools, and building a workflow. Now, moving on. This is the income stream that we're going to talk about, the method 4, which is content factories and niche websites. Now, the model involves using OpenClaw agents to run content operations like researching topics or even managing SEO, researching articles, and things like those could be seen in your native tools over here, just have people have created. One documented case actually involves an OpenClaw agent that autonomously wrote a PDF guide, built a website to sell it, planned an SEO strategy, and published blog posts and registered with search indexes. That is an extreme example of what's possible, but it illustrates the autonomous capability of the platform at its most impressive. Now, the practical version of this model for most people looks like this. You identify a niche topic with consistent search traffic and monetization potential, a specific hobby, a professional skill set, and a consumer product category. You set up OpenClaw agents to research and produce content for that niche consistently, and you monetize through display advertising once the site reaches sufficient traffic. Now, a freelancer who already knows how to manage social media for clients can use OpenClaw to handle 5 clients in the time it used to take handle 2. A consultant who already generates leads can qualify 10 times more of them without adding hours. And the income timeline for this model is longer than service-based models. Niche websites typically take 3 to 6 months to build meaningful traffic. Now, the fifth method that we're going to be talking about is OpenClaw education and courses that you can actually give over to its people on its blogs or even docs. Okay. The OpenClaw education market is quite wide open as of early 2026, and there are almost zero comprehensive courses on making money with OpenClaw. So this creates a straightforward opportunity. So if you invest time to genuinely learn OpenClaw, not just the surface level setup, but the advanced workflow, you will know the monetization strategies and you can teach it to other users. The education model can take several forms: a YouTube channel covering OpenClaw tutorials, building an audience, and working around it. Now, one operator's OpenClaw powered operations brought in just over $4,200 last month across skill sales, client projects, and automation niche sites. Now, the path to this model is quite sequential. You can't teach what you don't know. Spend the first 2 to 3 months genuinely building the OpenClaw and complete your client, and then turn that documentation into educational content. The authenticity of teaching from real experience rather than theoretical knowledge is what makes education products emerge so much. So OpenClaw is one of the most significant platforms because of what the tool does in isolation, but because of the ecosystem it is creating and the income opportunities that ecosystem is generating for people who get in early and build genuine expertise. The 5 methods covered in this video: freelance, automation service, collab skills, setup and consulting, and content factories with education, represents a real validated income streams that people are generating immediately. So start by downloading OpenClaw and spending 2 weeks actually using it. Build something for yourself before you try to build something for a client, and that hands-on experience is the foundation that every income stream on this list is built on. The platform is moving fast, the opportunity is real, and most people still haven't noticed it. So thank you for watching this video till the end. That is all about it, and I'll be seeing all of you in the next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.